This is one of my favorite books of the year so far, and I thought it was amazing and spectacular, and I'm gonna force it on everyone ever because it just needs to be read. What can I say? It's one of those books that is so good that you don't even know what to say about it because it's so fantastic that it's just, you know what I'm saying? There are too many good things and way too few bad things that it's just to try to put it into words is near impossible, but because I adore you, I will try. If you read the title or the subtitle or the description on the back, you'll know that this is a book about Bigfoot. And maybe that seems silly to you. I don't know. It seems silly to probably a lot of people, but if it does, then get out of here or just pay more attention, really, because it is so much more than that. It is so... Oh, you guys, I can't even do this review. I really can't. Look, it may be about Bigfoot, but what it really is about humanity and about us being more animal, being a little more beast than we'd like to admit. If I could compare this book to something, it would be Jurassic Park. Not because there's dinosaurs, but because of the general theme that Dr. Ian Malcolm put best, which is basically like your scientists were so busy wondering if they could, they didn't stop to ask if they should. This is something sci-fi lovers adore. Me in particular, I love that. That whole theme in science fiction is one of my favorite things. This questioning of the path we're going forward, technology, culture, is it really the best way? Have we gotten too far removed from what it means to be a basic human, which in large part is still just an animal? Max Brooks does this so well. It's one of those novels where it has a bunch of different things. It's like a diary entry, news articles. It's all set through this one guy who's trying to compile all of this to figure out what happened after the Mount Rainier explosion. It's one of those things that feels so well put together that if you let yourself, you can really start to believe that this might have happened and that you can really just get so into that world and what he's put together that the lines between fact and fiction can blur a little bit. Another thing he did really well is this cross-generational approach, which I think is something that many writers should aspire to do, especially because there's such a big difference in generations and their belief systems and what built them. To give you an example, one of the characters in this book is an older woman who's lived through very hard times. She lived through war, she lived through near starvation, and so her life experience and what she expects of society and community might be very different than someone who was raised in the 2000s who did not have to go through those types of hardships. Max Brooks really brings those characters and their generational ideologies together and kind of butts their heads a little bit, which I think is such a great idea because as an author, he's not only appealing to one generation, he's appealing to both. And you're going to be able to, no matter what age you are, see yourself in, these different dynamics that are at play. That's something that really impressed me, and I think that a lot of authors don't even think about, let alone do well. So it just kind of boggled my mind, especially because the book is, if you take it a certain way, a bit satirical, and it's kind of like he's punching the current culture, the current ideals in the face a little bit, which I loved because you've got to leave it up to comedians and science fiction writers to really keep society in line, if you ask me, because he's not afraid to make fun of us a little bit and how far removed we've become from our natural selves. I already feel like I'm going on too long, and I really could go on for ages and ages about this book and how masterful and impactful and fantastic it was. I really need to get a physical copy. I listened to it on Libro FM, and it's one of those books where you read the audiobook or ebook and then you just need a physical copy. So it's definitely going on my forever shelves, and I hope to read it again, to reference it, to be inspired by it for many years to come. I hope that you will read it. Please do. Please tell everyone about it, because it's just that fantastic. I think it's going to be one of the best books of the year. It's definitely, it's been a while, in my opinion, since sci-fi has had a book with this much potential to be as huge as it could be. Apparently, the idea itself was actually submitted as a movie idea, and the author bought it back from the producer or director. I don't know how that works, but he bought it back to be able to write the book. So I'm hoping that someone amazing is going to make this film. It's already been repurchased, so it will be adapted. Thank God, but I just hope they do it well. You know what I mean? I just hope they do it justice. That's all for this quick little review, guys. Please read it. Please read it. It was so good. If you like this little video, this little review, it's not even really a review so much as me basically forcing you to go put this in your Amazon cart, then go give it a thumbs up before you go. Drop a comment below. And if you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, but you like all things bookish, then I'm your girl. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.